and I'm just gonna like try to really just chill, like literally just like be a bear. Hello guys, my name is Troy. Let's skip the intro because I know you guys are probably wondering like, hey, we're already like 2 weeks into March. Why are you posting your March TBR? And that's a good question because I don't really know the answer, to be completely honest. But like, I haven't really even read a lot of new books this month because of this. This book, this 1,000,000-word book, basically took me from the end of February all the way into the start of March, so I haven't been able to get through any new books. So yeah, that's kind of like my apology. You can cancel me if you want for not having read anything this month besides that, but it's okay. I have spring break to make up for it. I am pre-scheduling all my content so that I can have the week off. I might respond to comments, I might not, so if you don't see me, I'm just trying to chill. With all my ambitious reading plans, I'm so excited. So I'm gonna quickly go through all the books that I want to read this March. I have so many ambitious plans for spring break. It's gonna be so crazy, so make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below, share this video, comment, and let's get into it. Alrighty, so the first 2 books I want to talk about today that I'm going to be finishing my first series is the last 2 books of the Emperor and the Ashes series, which is A Reaper at the Gates and A Sky Behind the Storm. So these are the last 2 books of the Emperor and the Ashes series, and this is by matthieu. This is by far one of my favorite like high fantasy books and series that I've just been listening to. I read the first 2 in 2020 and I want to kind of get back on it. It was kind of like a hard transition at first because I'm reading the 3rd book right now, and it's really good, by the way. I'm so excited. I'm like 94% of the way through, and I'm just excited to get into the 4th book because a lot of stuff happened and I almost started crying. Let's just say that. But it was a hard transition because I had like taken a 3-month break from the series and I was like, uh-oh, I forgot a lot of the stuff that happened. But honestly, just her writing style really makes up for it. I just think that matthieu is such a great writer. I think that she just writes the characters so well, and if you need like a kind of like a quick glimpse of the series, I will pop up like some sort of summary on the screen. But basically, we're set with this girl named Laia, and we're also set with this boy named Elias, and Laia and Elias's path cross as Laia's family is murdered. She is sent to Blackcliff to help her kind of captured brother escape from the prison, and there's a whole insane original creative world that this author has like built, and just throughout the series, like this empire that has so many hidden cracks and like tyrannical rulers. Like you just see like the oppressiveness and the injustices in the world, and you can just see overall how they try to solve them. I just think this is such a fantastically well done book, especially book 3. Like I really did not expect it to shock me so much. I just think some of the twists were amazing, and I'm really excited to see what book 4 has on hold for me. Another reason why I'm so excited for this month is because I have one of my most anticipated books of 2021 in my hands right now. I'm so excited to show it to you guys, but The Dangerous Gift by T. Sutherland, and as you can see, I started it. I'm on page 118, and this is the 14th book in the Wings of Fire Chronicles. My friend pre-ordered this, read it, and then sent it to me, or didn't send it, but like, well, yeah, sent it to me, and then I'm now reading it, and it's only been like, I'm pretty sure, a week since the book came out. It came out last Tuesday. I'm filming this on Thursday. It's been a little week and a half, but I'm so excited to like finally, it's the first time like I'm kind of like keeping up with the releases of this author, because I just discovered this author in 2020, so I've been really stoked to see this book come out and see how this arc in this big Wings of Fire series is going to play out. And if you need a simple gist of the Wings of Fire series, basically there are this continent of dragons, and they all have like different tribes. There are the Night Wings, there are the Rain Wings, there are the Sky Wings, there are the Sand Wings, there are the Ice Wings. I think I'm repeating myself, but you get the gist. There's the Mud Wings, and they all are living in peace until one day there was like this war that happened, and then there's a lot of like outcomes that happen from that. There's this prophecy, and these 5 like winged dragonettes of destiny, they grow up. They're all from separate tribes. They're basically there to create peace in this world of Harihia. I don't know how to pronounce that, and they're kind of like trying to unify the dragons, but that's just like the start of book 1. Like it's like many years after book 1 when book 14 happens, and that is a new prophecy. There's like, the series is split up into 5 book parts, and so there's the first prophecy, which is the Dragonets of Destiny. There's the Jade Mountain Academy prophecy, and then there's the Lost Continent, the New Continent, and this is by far one of my favorite stories in this world, and I'm just really excited to keep reading it. I've been sending Joey chapter by chapter. He's probably really annoyed at me. Chapter by chapter, like literary analysis analysis. I might put some on the screen right now, but like I'm going through analyzing like the political lenses of the author, going through like the themes, and it's just so funny because I'm not really doing it to like actually have like a literary analysis. I just think it's fun. So yeah, I thought I would share that. Next up, I'm so excited to be back in this world. We have got the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. That was like the weakest scream ever. Wow, okay, that was just laughable. But we've got the A Court of Thorns and Roses series here. There are 4 books, well 3 and then the novella, but it's still a book. And as you can see, I am starting my journey with this one. I just got out of school and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have like a week to myself. And so then I basically just read for like an hour, and now I'm on right here, basically page 125. And that was a really relaxing reading session, and now I'm filming. If you wanted to know the timeline of my day. But basically this series is about this girl named Feyre who is struggling with her family in her village. She is having to hunt by day because her mother is killed, and like she has to be the server of her family because her father got in an accident earlier in his life and he can't provide for the family. So basically one day she's in the woods hunting, like I said, and she shoots a wolf, but it's actually a fairy, and by the treaty she has to go into the Fey world with her captor named Tamlin. She kind of falls in love with her captor there, and she has like this desperation to get back to find a loophole, but let's just say it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so there's obviously some sort of hidden curse that's kind of like hidden from her, and she has to kind of break it. And then from there on, the series is one of the most epic things ever, and I'm just like eagerly awaiting when it starts to go all like heck, when it starts to like get more chaotic. Like we're in the peaceful phase of this series right now, and so I'm like, okay, this is cool, but when's it gonna get like spicy? Like I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it because the books just get exponentially better and better and better, and I'm just so excited to be reading these. That's like the start to my spring break reading plan. I hope I can finish those books quickly, because then the next series that I'm gonna be reading is the A Game of Thrones series by George R.R. Martin. You guys might be familiar with the I think it's HBO series Game of Thrones. It's really popular. I've never watched it. If you've watched it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I have the book series here, and maybe if it's really good, I'll seek out watching the show. But I don't really watch a lot of TV shows in general or movies. I don't watch any movies. That's actually a fun fact about me. I don't watch movies ever. Like I haven't watched a single movie this year. I don't know what quite this series is about, but that's why I'm kind of like eager to just get started. And sometimes in class I'm just like, I'm so intrigued about this book that I literally have to get out of my seat, go to my bookshelf, and just flip through A Game of Thrones. That's how excited I am to read this book. It's been one of those things that like I'm not sure why I'm so excited to read it, because I know nothing about it, but like just something about this immense like high fantasy world is just really exciting to me. So as soon as I finish ACOTAR, I'm gonna dive into A Game of Thrones. I'll definitely take you guys through this on my spring break reading vlog. Y'all are gonna see some exciting content from me. I've been hinting at it this whole video, but yeah, there's 5 books to the series, and I darn know, I don't know what just came out of my mouth, I know darn well that these books can take me upwards of 24 hours each to read, so I don't know how I'm gonna read this in time for the end of the month, but I'm gonna be ambitious and try my hardest to like read for 6 hours each day on spring break. Like I'm gonna avoid the procrastination, and I'm just gonna like try to really just chill, like literally just like be a bear. I totally lost my phone with all of my Oh, there we go. It has all my list on it, so I have to go there. But now we are going to go on to my audiobook, the rest of my audiobooks that I want to read. We talked about Number in the Ashes, but now we have to talk about Waste of Space, which is by Stuart Gibbs, and I have not read any of his books since I started my booktube channel, but if you didn't know, you probably don't know already, but Stuart Gibbs is one of my favorite mystery authors. He's kind of like a middle grade / young adult. You could really argue for both, but it's like some just like more like lighthearted middle grade stories, and mystery stories. He wrote the Spy Camp series, which I really adore, the Fun Jungle series, which I really adore, which is just, you know, those kind of like lighthearted mysteries that I really enjoyed when I was like younger and I still enjoy now. And this is a series that I have not read, which is the A Waste in Space series, and it's called a Moon Base Alpha series. But basically, I'll read the summary because I haven't really looked much into it, but I'm so excited to get back into Stuart Gibbs. But yeah, let's just read this together. So, like his fellow lunar nauts, otherwise known as Moonies, living on Moon Base Alpha, 12-year-old Dashiell Gibson is famous the world over for being one of the first humans to live on the moon. And he's bored out of his mind. Kids aren't allowed on the lunar surface, meaning they are trapped inside the tiny moon base with next to nothing to occupy their time. And the only other kid Dash's age spends all his time hooked into virtual reality games. Then Moose Alpha, top scientist, turns up dead. Dash senses there's foul plays afoot, but no one believes him. Everyone agrees Dr. Holtz went onto the lunar surface without his helmet properly fixed. Simple as that. But Dr. Holtz was on the very verge of an important new discovery, Dash finds out, and it's a secret that could change anything for the Moonies. A secret, something that might kill the keep. And honestly, I was not actually like super excited to read this series. Now after reading the summary, I'm super excited to read this series because it actually seems like a little bit more darker for Stuart Gibbs, because in the past, it's more of like, you know, like there's like the zoo mystery of where like the poached rhinoceros is or the stolen koala bear, but this is more like there's a murder mystery. I'm really excited to read about this and like a more of a sci-fi setting. So there's 3 books in the series that I'll be reading on repeat. They're really short. They're not like too fat, or I don't know what I'm saying, too long. Basically, I don't know why that took me so long to say. But yeah, they're basically like 6 to 7 hours each, and I'm just going to be binging them over spring break. And last up, we have got The Young Elites by Mary Lou. I also haven't really looked so much into this, but you guys know that Mary Lou has become one of my favorite authors. Like, I can legitimately say that I'm like working my way through every single one of her books, because I've read Warcross Wildcard, and then I've also read all 4 of the Legend books. So now I'm going on to the Young Elite series by Mary Lou, and I'm also just really equally excited for this because she's such an amazing writer. The synopsis is this. Adelina Amorteru is a survivor of the blood fever. A decade ago, the deadly illness swept through her nation. Most of the infected perished, while many of the children who survived were left with strange markings. Adelina's black hair turned silver, her lashes went pale, and now she has only a jagged scar where her left eye once was. Her cruel father believes she's a malfetto, an abomination ruining their family's good name. But some of the fever survivors are rumored to possess more than just scars. They're believed to have mysterious and powerful gifts. And then Terrence Sinatra works for the king as leader of the Inquisition Axis, and it is his job to seek out the Young Elites. Enzo Valencia is a member of the Dagger Society, the secret sect of young elites, seeks out others like them. Adelina wants to believe Enzo's on her side, and Taryn is a true enemy. I am not going to read this whole thing because it's like a 3-paragraph summary, and we don't got time for that. But this sounds actually really good. I'm kind of like excited because it seems like a book where there's like this plague, and then some kids got left with these scars that give them like magical powers, and like there's this young elite society. So I'm really excited to see what this book has in store for me, or this trilogy. So I have 2 trilogies that I'm working on this month, and I'm just really excited. Honestly, Mary Lou, I will read anything that you give me, anything you put in my hands, anything you bless us with. So definitely really excited. Alrighty guys, that wraps up this video. I don't know about you, but this just made me so freaking motivated to just get on my butt and start reading. I have so much material. I'm just looking at all of it, and I just see fun, and I'm so excited to start on some of these audiobooks, read these physical books, and that's really my only priority. Reading and just chilling out, hopefully spending some more time with my family, and I'm really excited for this spring break. It's gonna be great. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a leave a like, but I mean, if you want to send me any lights, definitely let me know. I'll send you my address. Subscribe down below, comment what you're reading this month. I will definitely see if I'm responding, but again, if I don't worry about it, because I'm just in that phase, you know. So have a great day, everyone. Love you so much. Leave the last video up there, and I will check you guys out on Wednesday. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.